All right, here's a quick lesson on Days of Elijah. And before we get started, if you look at your sheet music, a couple of corrections I want you to make before we get going here. If you go down to the 5th line in verse 1, at the end of that line where it says Days of Great Trials, there's an E minor / D. Go ahead and just cross that chord out. There's no reason to have that in there. So we're going to get rid of that chord. Another chord you want to cross out in chorus 1, it says where behold he comes, there's an A minor / D. Cross that out, and then also cross out the A minor / D 2 more lines down after that where it says lift your voice. Go ahead and cross out that A minor / D. On your second page in verse 2 where it says and these are the days of the harvest, at the end of that line, there's an E minor / D. Cross that out as well. And I think that pretty well covers everything. Again, for any of these chords that have a slash, all you need to pay attention to is the letter before the slash. Then the letter after the slash is for the bass player. All right, so we're going to get started with this. It's pretty simple. Our chords are G, C, D, B minor, E minor, and there's an A minor as well. All right, and that should cover it. Also, down in chorus 2, we have a key change. So you're gonna have your A chord, or you can play it like this. And then there's also E, or if you want to do a little variation of it, you don't have that third note in there, so it has more of a ringy, open sound to it without that third. That's your third note in an E. You want to play it like that. That's another altered way to do it, so either one of those are going to work. All right, here we go. For the intro, it's going to be G, C, G, and then D. We're going to do that twice. So the intro goes like this. That's 1. Okay, so that goes back into G. So G, C, G, D. We do that twice, and that is your intro. Here's the whole intro again. Band comes in. Okay, then we go into verse 1. And you can kind of peel off a little bit. We want to back away in our volume or our dynamic so that we can have the vocalist come in. So it's a good thing that when you go into the verse, things kind of quiet down a little bit. So you could strum a little bit lighter. You could use a little bit of palm muting. So it would sound like this. Lighter would be. Putting my palm of my hand on the strings back here, muting a little bit. That's all you got to do. So we can do this throughout verse 1. So verse is going to go like this. Verse 1, it'll go. Oh, sorry, I'll start again. chorus. The only thing that's a little bit different here, when we do the line that says of famine and darkness and sword, you're going to want to kind of do at the end on your D chord, you're going to want to do this. Pause. Go back to your G. So again, the line for a famine, darkness, and sword will go like this. Pause. Or I could say rest. All right. So then we go into the chorus, and again, just pay attention to the notes left of the slash. Okay, so that ends with "In Zion's Hill and Salvation Comes." We play the intro again. Okay. Okay, at the end of that line there, at the bottom of chorus 1, where "Out of Zion's Hill, salvation comes," you'll see that C. Over the word "comes" is G again, and then we have C. Rest. So at the end of that very bottom of the page, that last chord where it says D, and it's the second time we go to the bridge, you can ignore that for now because we haven't gone back to it yet. But that D chord, okay, we're going to want to do that with it. Rest. Then go into verse 2. Verse 2 is played the exact same way as verse 1. And just remember when it says, "And the fields are as white and the fields are as white in the world," where it goes rest. Okay, so you'll play verse 2 exact same way as verse 1. At the end of verse 2, it says go back to chorus 1. We'll play chorus 1 again. And then it's second time it says we're going to go to the bridge where it says there is no God like Jehovah. So all we're going to do here is just diamonds. There's no God like Jehovah. 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 Okay? So we're going to play through the bridge 3 times. The first time, the vocalists, they kind of sing low. The second time, they will sing through 2 times. They will sing through it high. Okay? And on that D at the very end, the last time through on the bridge, there's no God like Jehovah, they're going to do a key change. So when we come back down into chorus 2, it'll say, "Behold, he comes." This is where you switch to your A, because we just went up 2 steps in our key change. So the chorus 2 is played like this, with the same rhythm that we've been using throughout the whole song. And the third time we're wrapping it up, so you can just do diamonds 2 times. You'll strum through it, and then diamonds on the last time. And that's it.